This month we're talking all about love. I was inspired by Bell Hooks' book by the same name, All About Love. In the book, Hooks talks about 6 ingredients that can help us come together to find more loving relationships, and I'm thinking about loving relationships in dance communities. So the 2 words we're going to talk about today are responsibility and commitment. The 6 words are respect and trust, care and affection, responsibility and commitment. And if you haven't had a chance, you can check out the last video on care and affection, or you can check out the first video on respect and trust. And if you stick around until the end of this video, I have an affirmation, an affirming movement practice that you can follow along with. It's a seated movement. There's a reading portion, there's a moving portion, and then the text and the movement are combined together. And there's one for each of the 6 words, and you can do those on a daily basis. So stick around to the end of the video, and I will share the link to that playlist. Okay, I'm going to go through, and we'll start with responsibility in dance. I'm going to look up the definition of each word, and then I'll talk about what I see in a quick Google search. Then I'll talk about what I know from experience. And then lastly, I'll talk about what I have to say or what I feel like needs to be said about the topic. First one is responsibility. Definition. Okay. Responsibility, the state or fact of having a duty to deal with something or of having control over someone. The state or fact of being accountable or to blame for something. The opportunity or ability to act independently and make decisions without authorization. The words that stand out to me are duty, control, accountability, and opportunity, act independently. Okay, that's a lot of words. That's the definition there. Now, we're going to do a quick Google search to see responsibility in dance. Here's what comes up right away. The dancer's responsibilities include showing up on time for rehearsals, performances, and costume fittings, taking instruction from the choreographer or director, practicing routines, and keeping fit through regular exercise and proper diet. That is a dancer job description from betterteam.com. Why is responsibility important in dance? What are the responsibilities of a dancer? What are the duties and specific responsibilities of a dance director? What are the roles of dance? You know what? I just realized in the last video on care and affection, I don't think I ever looked up affection in dance. So at the end of this video, I need to remember to look up affection in dance. Did I not? We'll see. Responsibility in dance. So some of the articles that come up for this one: 5 life skills learned through dance. What does a professional dancer do? The dance student's responsibility, dancer responsibility and etiquette. Okay, it's mostly about job descriptions and what the responsibilities of a dancer are. Not necessarily about developing more responsibility as a dancer or about becoming more autonomous, independent, centered, I feel like is the word. So what do I know from my own experience? We're thinking about this in terms of dance and community. So I'm thinking about the environments I've been in that feel loving based on responsibility for one another being an ingredient of that environment. Yeah. I think that one goes a lot along with care and trust. Maybe. In spaces where I felt like we hold responsibility for one another as a team. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's when I feel the most love in a dance community, personally, is when I'm in a space where we hold responsibility for one another and we work together as a unit, as a team. There's support, there's mutual aid. We work interdependently. So what does that even mean for, I'm thinking about all this out loud clearly. I don't know. What are your thoughts about it? If you have something that you want to share, leave a little comment. The last comment I think I read from someone said simply the word cringe. So anything other than cringe would be really welcome. If you want to say cringe, that's fine. What I see, all of those things about job descriptions and what the duties of a dancer are, what I know from my own experience, like I said, is I feel like when we're responsible for each other as a team, we have like this net that we have kind of holding us all together, and we have, it's like a net or a web or some kind of just support that's undergirding everything. I also really like the part about feeling a sense of control and independence and accountability. I don't know necessarily how to relate this to working in a dance community environment, but Dance Hub, if you're a dancer and you like to be online and you want to join us inside of our online community, you can click the link in the description and join us in Dance Hub, where we're trying to co-create a space together for more support and collaboration in an inclusive environment for dancers to thrive. That is the goal. And if you feel like you can contribute to that goal, we would love to have you in there. I do think in an online space, and anywhere really, I've been able to develop more accountability for myself, more responsibility for the way that I move through the world and the way that I communicate with people, the way that I tell parts of my story, and the way that I listen to others and receive or reject whatever it is that they're trying to give me. I think that has a lot to do with responsibility, the accountability piece, knowing that what you do matters and that every action has a reaction and so forth. That we're all moving parts of a bigger whole. And I think that's where the interdependence comes in, and the being responsible for each other as a team when it comes to like a work environment for dancing. All right, that was a long one. Let's go for the next one. Commitment. This is the last one of the 6. Yay. Commitment in dance. Did we look up the definition yet? No. I don't think I'm going to get around to looking up affection. So you can go back and check out that video, and you can correct me. You can add in the comments. You can search for yourself affection in dance. Homework assignment. Search for affection in dance and see what comes up. And you tell me, because I was definitely stuck on that one. Coming back to commitment, the definition for commitment is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, etc. The company's commitment to quality. An engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. Business commitment. All right, we'll go with the first one, the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, etc. This one is so great for community. And let's look up commitment in dance. Commitment and consistency. This comes up right away from Maddie'sDanceFactory.com. Commitment and consistency is of the utmost importance no matter what task you're trying to complete. With dance, committing yourself to continued improvement through practicing and pushing yourself to reach new heights will always be an important part of whatever you do. Never take your skills for granted. The importance of commitment and consistency in dance. That's what that article was. Is ballet a commitment? What are the 8 relationships in dance? How do you show relationship in dance? What is the main, I think it's supposed to be purpose of a dancer? Commitment and sacrifice, dancing with commitment. Am I less committed to dance because I have other passions? Interesting. Okay. Commitment just feels so intense. Qualitative investigation of commitment to dance. So it's like, yeah, it's seems like we're measuring our commitment and our passion for dance. We are talking about developing more commitment, which seems to be consistency, hard work, determination, grit, perseverance. I would love to talk about commitment. I'm just going to skip forward to what I have to say. I think just like we skipped the search for affection in dance, we could skip what I know in my experience because I've talked for responsibility. But for this one, I feel like, yeah, it would be great if we had more conversations about commitment in dance from the perspective of commitment to one another and commitment to creating work that's representative of the world. Commitment to the people that are in the space with us when we're crafting work. That's for myself a good reminder as I'm collaborating on choreography and stuff like that. I think commitment could mean a lot more to us and a lot more to our dance communities if we let ourselves think about a bigger cause, what that shared cause is, what that mission and vision and purpose is. Okay, enough rambling. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here till the end, check out this affirming movement practice playlist, and you can find a video for each of these 6 ingredients all about love. I'm going to finish reading the book by Bell Hooks. I'm sure I will have a lot more to learn that maybe I'll pass on, maybe I'll keep for myself. But whatever you're doing today, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for taking the time to come here. And if you're a dancer, come and join us inside school in Dance Hub. Okay, until next time.